Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Abiotic Factor. In the last episode, we went to Voussoir, a gate cascade, well not cascade, a gate research facility, or I guess Gate Voussoir, located where I'm assuming is in France someplace, based on the accents of the people who, some of the scientists we met, or one scientist in particular that we had met out there, where they were apparently trying to study the abominable snowman, or the Yeti that was out there. We ventured through the area, found some new enemies out there and defeated them, got some new weaponry, we acquired some fur, and off-screen, I went ahead, or maybe we did it on-screen, we made a actual freezer. Foods we put in here will never spoil. They will not decay in any way. And as such, we now have a place to put our foods. We never have to worry about actually them rotting away. Which I'm now saying the same thing multiple times. So let's move on. Off screen, I did a little bit of stuff. I went to Canaan, as you can see from the pumpkin picture, and got back more fragments of the lodestone, and got some more wood, hexwood, while I was out there. I think I might have done the train as well for more silverware. And with that said, viewer, let's get started. What is on our list of things to do? Ooh, okay, so first off, this is also not true. I did go out and defeat some security bots, office bots. I want another 2 standard CPUs. So we'll probably go out there in 2 more days' time. So I'm thinking, viewer, what we'll do in this episode is walk around and do some fishing and some exploring of the places we've been in before, and see if we can get into any other locations that we couldn't access earlier, and or just see, like, by using our tier 5 key card, and see if we might have missed anything. It's going to be more of a relaxing, harvesting, farming episode this time, rather than seeing a whole lot of anything new. We do have 2 more buttons to press, effectively. One by the transmission tower, which we have to develop a certain thing to actually access. Another by the spillway computer, which was in that one locked office we had seen over in the apartment complex near the dam. But first, we're going to travel back to other places. So I think we'll start by just going back to the office sector, walking around there for a bit. It's been a while since we've just walked in the upper and lower sections there and see what's left. I think we have got everything already, but if there is something that it looks like we can get into that I didn't before, we'll investigate. The good news about this game being an event-driven game is that we are under no particular time limit, as it were, beyond our character's needs. So we can spend some time exploring areas we had been in previously to see if we missed anything. I suppose since we're doing this, we also might farm some order troops while we're in the area. We want more pistol ammo and more sniper rifle ammo, which means going back to manufacturing west. If we do see Marion around, we'll have to remember where he's located, double back and get some items to trade and bring them to him. We have a ornate key, a sigil of the hearth, and a extra Siphonis skull to trade to him. But I think we get a shotgun, a power cell, and a Siphonis key for our work. So I think we've explored all the office. Oh, and by the way, Corruptio! I don't know if you guys noticed, but the trees here have changed from their original coloring. We now have the trees that look like they're from the Night Realm here. I like that change. And that guy's running all over the place. Alright, so let's go to the data farm first. Remember when we started out here in the data farm? Like, it'll probably be 2 months since the last time we were here for this game's uploads. We went up there yesterday, but we didn't find anything up there but a single toolbox. It would seem, can we actually get up in here? No. That was a weird sound. It sounded like a robot for half a second. Though I don't see any. I was in this area the previous in-game day. Oh, who cares? You're gonna be sneaky, Tim. That's death. There's nothing down over there, it would seem. But an endless pit, so we don't need to go in that direction. I don't think we missed anything in the rafters, but we'll take a quick peek. Kill this Exor monk as well. Blood weapons deal more damage to Exors than sharps do. Might be a good thing to remember, Tim, going forward, because we will begin to encounter even stronger Exors than the ones we've seen recently. Oh, I have my other keyboard plugged in again, viewer. The one that the back button, the S key, doesn't... Back button? The S key doesn't work very often, or it gives me trouble. No, we're not going to harvest meat, because it'll start rotting by the time I bring it back. Man, haven't explored these areas in a long time, but I think we cleared out everything here an age ago. Oh, we're back by the laboratories. Guys, you remember when we were... standing still near the carbuncle early on in order to improve our sneaking skill, along with us dragging a few heavy metal desks as well there to make sure that we could improve our strength. Seems like so long ago now. We've come quite a distance. Oh, we could check up there. Let's see. So we're gonna do some light jumping. We're going to lose our lower inventory spots. What's up here? Nothing. Still, I like checking everything. We did see in the last episode that there was nothing up in that area of the Night Realm. It was fun to get behind the scenes, as it were, and see how the act was put together, or the play. The good old pool. It's a fun area to make a base in. You have several different rooms. The one up here, one across the pool there. You have an area up there you can build in. You have some sort of hidden room up above those rafters as well. Yeah, look at this. Fantastic. That chamber up there. We were more or less up there or just a few seconds ago. Oh, I should have brought the fishing pole with us. You know, I think we go back and grab it then. Especially if we're just going to do some walking around and chatting with well, viewers, not chat. I was about to say chat, but we don't have chat. Viewer, it is difficult to think of an endless amount of things to talk about randomly for the games we play. I was writing down things to talk about with you guys, and one of those things was the big differences between watching someone play this game who is a streamer compared to watching someone who plays this game who is not. I guess since I broached the subject, I will do my best to talk about such. I'm looking for a fishing pole. Hold on. Tim, focus, please. Do we make a chair? We can make a chair. No talking apparently while we're crafting. And these extra planks can go over here. Right. So you guys, I've talked about this subject multiple times now, so this will be nothing new. But I do think it is rather interesting, especially given how Let's Plays tend to be a thing that many people do not really watch anymore. I guess playthroughs are something people still watch, from what I can tell. So, alright, we should define these things. A playthrough is someone who plays through a game on their own and generally has no voice, no voiceover. They're not talking whatsoever during the gameplay. Then you have Let's Plays, which are where the person recording the game is speaking to you at the same time. And then you have streamers, who are chatting to their active chat during their time playing the game. It's interesting to see the big differences between these things. A game like this one, I don't think would be very entertaining to watch silently. Or rather, perhaps it could be, but you have the problem of not really knowing why the person is doing the things they might be doing, since they're not telling you. I would view the one doing the playthrough, if they added text to it, like pop-up text in the video to explain why they're making the choices they are, I would still view that as basically a Let's Play, since they are still, after all, communicating with you. Here we go. Fishing. I suppose we could also, since we're right here, put the chair here. Gotta get it in that. There we go. So the other day... Oh, come on. Alright, it just expired. Well, it doesn't matter. We're gonna fish here until we get a new fish from this area that I don't think we've seen before. I was watching some random people play Abiotic Factor the other day, and they were... The folks I was watching were streamers. And it occurred to me that when they're playing the game, obviously live with their chat tends to backseat a lot, is I think what the term is. So chat's telling the streamer, who is very confused as to what to do. Like, did you go and find the special security backpack that is under the data farm area? Portal fish. We'll take a look at that in a bit. We'll do it now. A fish that travels the realms with little regard for most forms of matter. The portal fish is suspected to spontaneously teleporting to new bodies of water, although this behavior has never been officially documented in captivity. In other words, if you put it into our aquarium, it won't actually vanish. The streamers look like the ones I watched. I mean, granted, there's tons of different streamers out there, and they all have different levels of... I don't want to say this, because I don't want to sound insulting, because I don't mean any of this to be such. Aptitude when it comes to divvying up their time between their chat and playing the game. It would seem like the ones I at least were watching the other day were all heavily focused on chat and not on playing the game. Which in a survival game, there's an invisible X-War here. That's what we're hearing. There he is. Now you're not getting away. You started it. Well, I passed him earlier. So they're spending a lot of time doing nothing, just looking around very awkwardly, trying to stick everything into certain, like, a single container, but they're busy talking back and forth to the chat who's giving them instructions on what to do. instead of focusing, especially early game, on the world around them, of finding food in order to survive, and trying to figure out, like, where water's located and so on. Because chat is telling them what to do and where that stuff's located. And it occurred to me I have mixed feelings on this. On one hand, playing live with other people is great. You get other people's minds there, their opinions, other effective, like, how to describe this? CPUs working on a problem. The problem being what the streamer is currently going through, that they can consult for, by they I mean the streamer, that they can consult for information. But I grew up in a time, viewer, where this didn't exist. Live chat wasn't a thing. You weren't going to be calling your friend for help on a video game. Or I suppose you could. Like that's a thing you could do. But that would involve calling someone on the telephone, or going over to their house. Because the internet didn't exist when I was a kid playing these games. It makes me wonder how different it is from how I play games to others. Because I'm willing to go and try things, even if it might kill my character. Whereas other people seem to be more... streamers, I guess, at least the ones I was watching yesterday, seem to be rather hesitant to do so. They would rather chat tell them what to do as they slowly starve to death in a game like this, than go out and try to figure out how to get the things done that they need to be done. Am I making sense to you guys? I have a very hands-on approach. When it comes to attempting to do things in a game. I don't mind experimenting or what have you, though a lot of that I'll do off-screen. There's also the difference in that, I guess just in general, between many people who play games and me. And this comes from a comment I saw earlier. Oh, we did not open this. Okay, we'll fix that. In that, when I play games, oh, actually, let's do this first. I tend to not play them blind. This game, for example, I've had quite a bit of experience in. And the reason I do this is because, well, I don't want to be a complete noob when I'm playing a game. I don't want to be the type of player who reads the tutorial messages on screen, or spend time reading information about how to craft things, or trying to understand the game mechanics. I want to already understand these things before I begin recording the game, so I don't waste your time, hours of time potentially, explaining how things, not understanding how things work, and bumbling about a bit. Here we're gonna fish here today. This looks like a really bad place to fish. We're right near radioactivity, and we're gonna become radioactive any second now, I suspect. But I would like to see if we can get a fish here. And a heads up, we can. I think you're kind of lucky to get it, because there's no, to my knowledge, no fishing pools to show up here. Spawn points. Let's take a look at this, though. Ooh, it's promising. Remember that you need 3 of this game played. Okay, perfect. We're getting a fish from this. Show me your moves. A radfish. And thankfully we did not jump into the radiation. Oh, look at this thing. An extreme file fish. Irradiated and adaptable. Notable also for its unusual asymmetric form. Not impossible, just unlikely. A marine creature whose evolution has been driven, or perhaps distorted, by its transportation into, unexpected survival within, such highly toxic environments. Let's go back home and put these fish away. I feel a little guilty that the fish have decay. As I think I mentioned earlier, they'll be perfectly fine in the aquarium, like half durability, but that's just a weird thing for me to even think about. Here you guys go. Oh, I want to have one of each fish possible swimming in aquarium, so that means we'll need another space for another aquarium. We'll probably put it in down there, or maybe right here. Let's see. Let's take care of some of our food needs. And we'll go back out and explore a little more and go fishing at a few more places. I feel that having chat tell you what to do takes away some of the enjoyment of figuring things out on your own. But then again, you also don't want to watch someone struggle to do things or miss something very important. And by miss, I mean game mechanics. Right? Like, you don't want someone to miss something obvious that they keep missing by accident in the game. And telling them that they are doing so, I think, is very helpful. But I would not want to have things spoiled about where secrets are located or so on. But I suppose that's up to the individual person playing the game as to what they want spoiled or not. And also, I guess we're going to talk about streaming in general, I suppose. Oh, actually, no. Let's still focus on the things that you thought about a bit while watching the streamers play, compared to myself playing the game. Experimentation is something I also do when it comes to fighting creatures. And if a game has any text in it, I will spend a good amount of time reading all the text, trying to understand if anything there can be helpful. An example in this game, once again, as I pointed out some time ago, is the journal entries for the creatures that you are encountering. Since it details information about how vulnerable such things may or may not be. Let's think. So we went fishing in the toxic swamp. Toxic swamp? We went fishing in the radiation pool out in manufacturing, but there was a closed door that I didn't go to. So let's double back there again. Let's see if we can open that. Every time, by the way, that we catch a fish, we get the journal entry for it, which is more or less just what we have been reading so far, but we'll also gain information about how to make bait for that fish. Something like the radiation we were just in, it strikes me as it would probably be better for you to make the bait, put it into a trap, and set it there, rather than actually fish there, since then you can just go back and get the fish whenever it would show up in that trap, as opposed to having to sit there and actually fish, and thus gain a lot of extra radiation. Let me see if I can pull up my notes. Okay, while that's loading, let's see. Is this it? Okay, another thing though that the streamers have that I do not, viewer, is that realistically, I do not quite know what you want. I don't know, I mean, if you've been here watching multiples of this particular series, I assume that hopefully the content I'm creating, which I hate that type of phrase, but like my rambling is acceptable to you. Maybe perhaps a little frustrating, but still, overall, acceptable. And my playing of the game is also somewhat acceptable. I hope that's because I am somewhat skilled in the game, though I suppose that doesn't have to be the case.
Vidal!
Right in your face! Oh! Aversa! Aversa, my mace! Oh, I don't know if I mentioned it, by the way, earlier on, but I did make the Cascade set. After I was thinking it would give me some extra, like, armor that we could use walking around to go with our biomech arm wraps. It also looks pretty cool. I'm gonna want every suit of armor in the game at some point, just because I'm well, I'm not really a completionist, but I do like the look of various ones of them. So why not? Now, it looks like that door isn't opened, so let's fix that. I see you down there. Now we are irradiated. Let's see.
Today's power and primary illumination in this sector will be ceasing shortly. Have a safe and successful evening.
We probably have cleared out everything that's in this area already. But let's go searching for a little more stuff. Now we have a headlamp. We can navigate the maze a little easier. That is the warehouse area. Not that we really need anything else that's here at this point, though. I see it. Other areas, by the way, of the Gate of Cascade, the offices in particular, will get stronger and stronger enemies in them. Right now, for example, there are normal Exors walking around in the Exor area. But these areas in manufacturing do not actually do that. They remain with the same enemies we saw very early on in the game. It's been an age since we've been here. Let's kill some carbuncles. We'll chop up a few peccaries that are in this area too. Sounds like they're fighting something. Must see an Exor walking around, or it walked into where their area is. Anyway, viewer, I bring up the thing about you hopefully liking the content I do, because a chatter obviously has their, well, a streamer obviously has their stream that they can communicate with. Which means that at the very least, every so often, if they're not a popular streamer, someone there will say something potentially useful, or that they're interested in the actual streamer talking about. Here, I gotta come up with everything, which can be rather tricky sometimes. Oh, there's a nest down here. Oh, I did make another nest, by the way, viewers. We have a third beehive now at our home. Here, we saved your life. You were stuck up there. Okay, let's take all this stuff back with us. Oh, I'll take some more free peccary guts. Nice, they're all fighting each other somewhere. Oh, I hear a robot fighting someone out there too. Quite a bit of chaos. Okay, so we put you there. Oh, we have a bunch of rotting stuff as well. Let's move all this. We have more meat. Have some fresher carbuncles. We can throw this one away. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and break down a few of these odds and ends. We can make a better jump pad, so we'll go ahead and just do that. Guess we'll bring this with us. Alright, we should charge this. The robot just died. I guess since we're doing a bunch of miscellaneous stuff this episode, viewer, and not doing too much of anything new, I would like... Oh, I'm running out there with the trap still enabled. I would like to see if what exactly supply-wise we need more... What we need more of. Calver scraps. We can't get them from any place we're going currently. We could use more of the hydroplant bits. Done a fairly good job making sure I have enough, plenty of supplies. Oh, how is Okay, we should feed her. No! I didn't want you to take that from us. Alright, so let's see. Let's grab this. Since we're going doing a bunch of things we've already done, we don't really need to bring the sniper rifle with us at the moment. I would like to kill the snipers though back out in Manufacturing West, so we will go and do that. Oh, I wanted a table also. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. How we looking? Looking okay. We should always go and carve up the bot for its metal. A whole lot of things want metal in this game. We don't really need the rest of it. It can stay down there. Alright, what are the notes that I take? From what I can tell, it seems to be that these days, many of the streamers that stream games have never played the game before they fire it up and begin playing it. Which also is rather interesting, considering that then you get to witness someone's initial reactions to a game, which I do find to be generally amazing. You kind of want someone to experience things for the first time. But on that note, once again, it's a bit worrying. Worrying is the wrong term. I don't like being forced to watch tutorials. Or rather, that's not quite right. Someone reading tutorials or bumbling through game mechanics. It's kind of why, for many of the games that I play, the ones that I don't play through again, they are half-blind. In that I've done at least enough of the game so I'm not a complete noob. Right, what are we doing now, Tim? We are taking a weapon that needs bullets. We'll grab our SMG again. Okay, what are we doing today? So, let's continue to explore some more. Let's go back to Manufacturing West.
Alert. There has been a...
Something I have noticed when it comes to people who also play a game completely blind, and I myself am no excuse to this, is that often when something goes wrong, in that I die to something, or I fail to complete some task or goal, I may decide that the problem was because of the game, and not because of me. This is another reason why I record games after playing them for a little bit. I have a better handle on how a game is balanced or constructed and the game mechanics. So I don't make any statements that wouldn't be fair to make. I don't think I've done this on screen very often, but there are some times when I get very mad at a game, and because I have died repeatedly, and I might blame the game, once again, for doing these sort of things, rather like the awful game balance or some... Oh, spores! Okay. We have to go back home, and while we're going back home, let's use this really quick. Spores today. So we need a different outfit. We will do this at the moment. That does mean we have to travel all the way back out there again. We're a little warmer because of the spores. Our heat goes up a bit, as you can see from the thermometer down there. And there's a chance that we get sick. I do not know if being sick is really that terrible, but if we can avoid it, well, we should. Okay, right, So, because I am always self-conscious that I am a YouTuber and people watch the stuff I do, I don't want to give someone the wrong impression on a game. I don't want to be negative on it. I don't want to fault a game for my mistakes. And I see that many other people don't seem to have this mindset. When I do make such mistakes, I also try to correct them. But it's also why I will often cut a recording if I get very mad. And then come back later. after I've calmed down a bit. Sometimes, also, once again, I am doing something wrong, and I need to rethink how I am trying to accomplish a task, or defeat a certain boss. And often, when I am engaged in such activities as trying to learn, I didn't feed the Layak. I think it'll be fine for a little longer. Like in the Valfaris game we had played last year. The final boss, I played a good amount of the game originally, made it to like the final level, and then, or something close to the final level, and then the rest of it was more or less blind. And so, the final boss was blind, and wow, I'm glad I didn't have my voice on for the about hour and a half it took me to finally defeat that enemy. That was very difficult. Hello. Hey, turn around. Why do I constantly get bioscrap for these? I want the dust. Perfect. Alright. Let's see. So... Alright, now that we're back in the mines, we'll focus on the mines instead of talking about random stuff. Good for you, hitting my leg, you jerk. Oh. Alright, I can go right through our shields. That's good to know. No, come back! There's another one here. Since we're collecting some dust, we might as well kill it. Hello, you're not getting past me. No, you're not running away. You are ours. Alright, well done, Tim. We can go fishing in this area, so then there's two pools here. Let's see what's in these. Is that a baton? A pickaxe, okay. Oh, it's quiet, by the way, because the spores are out. Oh! We do have the... Oh! Someone destroyed the box. This guy destroyed the box I had here. This is why I don't leave the fishing thrones everywhere. Because then you end up in situations where they get destroyed, and it's a little bit of an annoying item to try to suck up on again. We should go swimming in some places too, and see if we can find anything in these pools. I don't think there is anything here. My fishing pool isn't with me, thank goodness. This destroyed this though, because there is a fishing pool right there. Okay. Talk about lucky. Alright, let's see if we catch anything. Let me talk awkwardly about something, Tim. Whew. What else can you talk about, then? Because I am out of topics just like that. Okay. I mentioned bosses a little. I guess I'll talk about my most favorite boss fight in any game that I have played. That would fall to an epic. There's a boss there called Neuron, which remains to this day my favorite boss, given how tricky it was, how it worked, and the middle finger it gives to the player at the very end of the encounter, which I absolutely loved. It makes perfect sense lore-wise as to why the creature would do it. So, in case you've never seen the game, Neuron is a gigantic brain with an eye in the center of it. moonfish. A shimmering and invasive nocturnal fish with a penchant for subterfuge. Exactly why this creature has evolved to glow so brightly in the moon's reflected UV light remains a mystery. Looks like a nose and a mustache to me. Oh, we brought a jetpack. We should see if we can go up there. Although now I have to do this nonsense again. Let's see. We will probably get, I'm imagining, the same fish from here. But we should check. Before I continue, Unepic is a combat platformer. So imagine a game like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, or a Metroid game, for example, or like Moonscars that we played a few years ago. And I think I've played Unepic for my channel at least once. I think I got 2 playthroughs on the channel since it had come out. Sure, you're sure taking a while this time, Mr. Fish. Really? Now that's interesting. I wonder if this fish is something special, because it's not. It should have gone for the bait already. Let's let it go for like 4 more rotations before we give up. So, once again, giant brain, an eye in the center of it. It floats rather high above the ground, and so your character can't reach it normally. To get to it, on both sides, halfway up, are these platforms that require you getting up on a ladder to reach, or maybe even 2 ladders to get. I think you have to do a jump. I'm sorry. There's 2 platforms on each side, the right and left side of the arena that you fight it in. And there's also, I think, and the upper platform requires a ladder to climb up onto, if I recall correctly. And then there are these, like a zip line, like this, going down towards the center of the arena. And Neuron will be on one side of it or the other, and you will have to leap up to reach the creature. One sec. Oh, hello! You're a mushroom peccary! Ooh, right in your skull. He's confused. I guess during the score event, some enemies become mushroom enemies. That kind of works for us. Because we could use a few more mushrooms. Okay, we're gonna go fishing here too. After we kill this Exor. Let's see what this pool has in it. I'm imagining this pool also has the same thing, in that this is just a moonfish, but let's find out. And the way it works is that you have to get onto the correct platform, take the zip line down, and then you'll be able to hit it once in the center of its eye and take off some of its life. So you have to do that multiple times in order to defeat it. The only attack that this creature has is it sends a beam of energy from itself to your character. This energy never misses. It is always hitting you 100% of the time. And so you are effectively on a timer to defeat this creature. This game takes place in a fantasy setting, and so your character has spells they can cast. They aren't required. You have to actually have a certain skill level in certain types of magic in order to cast them. And another thing you can do is learn how to craft potions to make your strength, yourself stronger, healing potions, and so on. This will come into importance a little later. You also get an item, it's called a halo, that can bring you back home at a moment's notice, similar to our personal teleporter. Okay, we just get moonfish here too. There was also some pools in here. Let's head on in and see if we can fish up anything in this area. Plus, since we're here, might as well kill a few of you. didn't try to kill the giant monster here, did we? That's something else we should put on the agenda to do in the future and see what it drops. As you continue to fight this creature, so first it's figuring out what you do, and you're panicking because this creature never misses. It's not possible for you to dodge its attacks. Always hitting you. Every second, you're losing life. It's a decent, it's not too terrible, but it's not something you can ignore for the battle. You will have to heal yourself multiple times through this fight. So you begin, you begin the fight, you do what needs to be done, you begin hitting the creature a few times. And then it begins to put some debuffs on you. The first one it puts on you is something called, I think it's, I can't remember now. What this debuff does, though, is that if your character has any potions on himself, he will take out the potion and then pour it onto the ground. You will not be moving during this action, so your character just stands there, and the whole time that this debuff is on you, it is sending that beam of energy into your character. Meaning that now, you're just standing around, taking unnecessary damage, but you have all your potions with you. Well, crap. What do? So the first time this happened to me, I immediately opened up, like, after 3 potions were dumped, I immediately dropped every potion I had on the ground. Now, items you drop on the ground will be lost to you if you don't pick them back up again and leave the area as a heads up. So generally, you don't want to, like, leave stuff on the ground. You always want to be taking it with you. And then, like, items at least that you care about. And potions require some amount of farming in order to actually, well, create them. So, fine. You throw every single potion you have on the ground. Open your inventory, dump them all on the ground as fast as you can. And then you're back to the standard fight. At about 1/3 its life, Neuron then gives you another debuff called Suicidal Thoughts. If your character knows any spells or has any items on them that can be used in a way such that there is an AoE to them, then when your character approaches a wall, they will stop and cast that spell, as your character tries to kill themselves by hitting themselves with an AoE attack. This means you need to drop all your magic dusts that you have with you, which is the spell which is needed in order to cast those spells, as a spell component on the ground to stop your character from actually doing those. If your character has wands, a gem crab. Let's get another one of those if we can. There's other pools. Actually, there's another pool. No, let's get another one. There's another pool in this area. We'll go there too and see if we can get another different type of fish from a different type of pool inside this cave. So fine. You drop all your dust on the ground. Battle continues. At about half its life, you get another debuff on you. This one reverses your controls. So, but only in the left-right direction, not up or down. It might also switch 2 of your buttons. I can't remember. It might switch your jump and attack buttons on you too. And at this point, I've already fallen in love with this creature for the simplistic nature of how it damages you, and then every single concurrent problem it continues to add to your character for something you have to be careful of. Alright, let's find the other pool then. Kill both of these on the way. Sorry, guys. I need your fish. Also want your meat. Here comes the big girl. Oh no, she went down this way.
Ah.
Ooh, getting sleepy. Okay. Oh, wow. It's getting... Well, it's not late, but we've been out for a while. This is the other pool I wanted to search. Let's see what's in this one. Probably the same thing I'm imagining. Ooh. Coils. Oh, we can't take any steel cable. I guess we can do this. And we should kill this because this is coming our way. Get out of here if you wouldn't mind. There's soil bags over here too, I see. Guess we didn't explore this area fully. So fine. Learn how to do it. You learn how to deal with that. No problem. It's down now to 1/4 of its life left. And it puts the final debuff on you. Mental control. Or manual control, I think is what it's called. If you brought with you the item that teleports you back home, your character uses it and leaves the fight. I love that so much. As it made perfect sense to me, like, in the game's universe, lore-wise, how it was able to do such a thing. Oh, come on now. We are gonna get another whatever it is that we get here. We're not leaving without another gem crab or whatever other fish is inside these pools. It was such a unique encounter. I absolutely adored that fight. Nothing else has come close to... Well, I guess that's not true. There have been several close battles for other bosses and how they were designed. But that one in particular will always have... I always have a soft spot for Neuron. I think it might have been called Menton instead of Neuron. I don't remember the actual name of the boss now. But I think it was Neuron. Fantastic idea. Absolutely loved it. You know, and the boss battle there reminds me of an aspect to games that I enjoy. I like when games start simple with their mechanics and add more and more complex encounters for you to test if you understand those game mechanics. Okay, we just get gem crabs here. All right, let's go back home. Okay, so we're also irradiated. We're carrying around We're carrying around mushrooms. That's why we're getting radiation. Okay, let's put some of our slightly decayed moonfish away. Oh, it's a portal swarm. Good. So we don't even have to stay. We don't have to stay here then. There we go. Look at all those happy fish. So we need a cord fish, and then we need to fish in other places. But I guess we'll do that in the next episode. We'll make the next episode another relaxing one. These other fish, though, unfortunately, are going to be hitting up the fishing, the fish prep part of our chef's counter. Unfortunately for them. Another boss battle that I liked, although I felt it had a little too much life, was the encounter in the Vaporum game. Your final battle there. Again, spoilers. Are you still here? Skip ahead like 3 minutes if you don't want to hear spoilers for Vaporum, assuming you're playing that game. We're out of Powder Crystal? No, Powder Crystal is someplace else. It's over here. Because I wanted it to look like I cook with it. There we go. I guess we're not taking the jetpack after all. We're not really gonna be. Oh, there is the mine. We had that one area in the mine that we haven't explored yet. We'll do that later, though. I would like to try to get into a few of those tier 5 areas we've seen but didn't go into earlier. All right, hold on. So first off, let's cook some of this. I want to make some of that salad, and then we'll carve these up to see what special stuff, or increase the chances we have of getting special stuff. By the way, Bouncy will never go into his cage again. He is done going into the cage. He's bugged, so the pests do occasionally get bugged. Your pet pests. I know that's a bit awkward. He looks happy here. We should feed him something. There you go, Bouncy. Okay. Oh, you know what? We'll leave two, just in case we can do some cooking with these. Okay, so let's prep some of that salad. This is why I picked those two glow tulips as well. This is it. Can we feed you one of these, by the way? Nah, doesn't like that type of food. Okay, now we have a good, decent chance of getting something special, maybe, from these things. Nothing special from the moonfish. Okay, and how about the crab? Poor crab. Always feel bad for slicing them up, but they're delicious. Oh, we can't salvage this? Okay, so we use it directly for food, then. Crunchy Crystal. A surprisingly edible crystalline snack. Slightly sweet and very crunchy. Temporarily grants additional armor to all limbs. I'm a fan of stuff that adds buffs. Does it give us food? I'll give some hunger fill. And 200 durability, also. Okay, let's put this other stuff away. There goes my fishing pole, Tim. Okay, let's, sorry about this, viewer. I'm doing some thinking. Oh, this is something else I guess we can talk about briefly. So, it is difficult, viewer, as I have mentioned, to play a game and record at the same time. Trying to think about what to say and speak somewhat comprehensively about subjects while playing the game itself, or any game, is difficult. Surprisingly difficult to do. And when I'm not... if I'm being silent, you'd think that then I might be able to dedicate some of that thought process into doing better thinking in order to speak more coherently, more eloquently. But it turns out that doesn't happen for me. Instead, one second. Yeah, see, this is what occurs. Instead, I just spend more time dwelling on what's happening in the game. I'd have to not be playing the game to be able to focus more effectively on speaking to you guys. This is why for some of the games I've played, and we talked about this, I think, even in this playlist before, something like Homeworld Cataclysm, why I added the voice after playing the game, rather than during it. With chatters, with streamers and their chats, we're going back to this topic again, they don't require as much, I suppose, thought. I mean, they do. Yes, they require different types of thinking, because they have to be somewhat witty and spontaneous in responding back to chat if chat is giving them a hard time. But the emptiness that occurs from not speaking is not something they would have to care about as much as, say, I do. Since I do not want too much time elapsing between when I'm talking and when I'm not, assuming I'm talking in a game. Oh, that grows back over here. Alright, now we are over here because there are 2 rank 5 key cards we can interact with. Oh, one of them is not, we're close to it, but I keep walking around in circles. We need to go out. Oh, this way. No, not this way.
Power services for today will be stopping momentarily. If you have
I don't know why I came this way. This was the completely wrong way to go. We want to go
immediately.
leave this area.
And effective evening.
Marion is not near the Symphonist chest. Oh, I did not even know this was a place. I wonder if this will be something they added later on in the game. Containment block enders. I didn't realize there was another containment block all set up out here. And we have a security crate here. Holy crap, viewer, I'm sorry. We could have made it to the place I wanted to get to so quickly from the adjustment wing. Now I'm just confused as to where I'm located in this place. Okay, then let's just head back to the adjustment wing, Tim. If that's your only option. And it is. I am lost. Annoying. Unfortunately, I gotta stand here and wait for this to come down. And I apparently went to the micro field, so it's all the way up there. That wasn't so bad. We do still have to feed the Layak, so we'll do that when we come back from this. Oh, it might be better to view this, Tim, in the day. Let's just do it. We're here. So we have this Sanct. ISO 855. It's a mirror set to some very pretty looking, a pretty looking landscape around it. It's a Sanct, which would hint that it's not so dangerous, but it has the potential to be somewhat dangerous if you don't go prepared. Nothing really around it.
All vacant perforations will be resetting in 3, 2, 1. Reset complete.
It sounds like one of the gene stealers, though. Well, and it's not so much a mirror as, I guess, a gateway of some sort, or a window. It's looking like it's looking out up at a cloudy sky. The world in the mirror. This would normally not be a place I would go to if I wasn't prepared, in so much that it's a portal world. But I have been here before. And this is all this world is. A large, cloudy skied meadow, as far as the eye can see. With some calming music here. IS 855. Containment Protocol. All TR or research personnel visiting Antiverse 36 are required to establish a locational beacon at the primary egress point, review position and confirm bearings every 200 meters if progressing further than 500 meters from the primary egress point. Establish satellite beacons every 2,500 meters if proceeding further than 5,000 meters in any direction. If we try to walk to the edge of this world, or if we just go in a random direction, it will teleport us back to a different spot on the opposite side of this world. It's effectively a very large circle in diameter, and we can't walk forever in any direction. Although the lore makes it sound like that is what the intended, like that's what it does, just not for us because of video game. It's a video game. You can't walk forever in a direction. It looks like a kind of neat place to set up a base. It's a bit awkward to leave this to go someplace else. Still, might be fun to have a place outside looking out over the stars. I have not actually been out here at night, so I do not know what the night sky looks like out here. Okay, let's teleport back to base, take care of a few needs, and go back out again. Oh! That's what the nighttime looked like, I suppose. So it's always sunny and cloudy. Okay, let's use the bathroom. And then do a little more exploring today. I look over at this with disappointment every single time I see it. Disappointment. It saves you time, but you don't get any experience points for the things you break down. That seems a bit... Well, I'd rather have the experience. But I guess at the very... When you have maxed out your experience points, you won't care at that particular point. Okay, before I forget again...
Alert. There has been a complete
we will feed
containment failure.
Lucy.
Make your way to defense.
I wish there was a way for me to disable getting Lyak Essence from her also. Ooh. Okay, so we got 3 of it from her. That means that she's been there a while. I think I will work on making... Oh, come on. Another radiation chest and put it down near her. This way I can avoid that jump every single time. Okay, and she's back to full containment again. Alright, viewer. Now it's time for us to do something dangerous. We have 2 immurement subjects that we have not really... We've seen one of them. And walked up to it, the red chair. And we've seen the arcade machine, but weren't able to access it. Let's see if we can go into these places and access them. Well, we will investigate the chair by actually sitting in it. And then, or maybe perhaps first, we'll visit the arcade machine. Guess we'll go this way. We'll have to destroy a bunch of zombies to make this hallway safe. Always makes me a little nervous. Zombies are basically instant death. Oh, no, sorry, not instant death, but they will... That... zombification will eventually kill you. You get so little blunt experience points for killing them. Man, why'd you have to scream exactly when you did? Okay, so... Once again, this apparently is a tool of assassination, according to the lore that we have read. It's very wet, supposedly, this chair. Well, what's the worst that could happen? Let's sit. Okay. So we can already see that there's some sort of horrific invisible, well, probably horrific visible monster inside the water, which is reminiscent perhaps of the Amnesia game. It's making that sound, and we can see the splashes around as well as it travels throughout this area. But it's what I think is called a liminal space. I've seen quite a few video games that have this type of pool area with all these tiles around before. I myself don't find these really like unnerving or anything of the sort. I think it's a neat idea to walk around these areas. And I think there's one called like the pool rooms, for example. There's a game I have called, I think, the Classrooms, in which there is a horrific looking, very scary Naga-like creature wandering around in them. It's a horror game though, with all sorts of different puzzly creatures. Ones that you have to keep looking at to make it not move. Others are attracted to sounds, and you have to make like no sound whatsoever in the area that it's in, and so on. It looks like a very fun game, but it's in early access, so I've been waiting for it to come out. I say, as I play an early access game that is. But this one is still mostly completed since it has crossed my radar. Now, I will talk about this place and show you here first. IS-31. We cannot leave here via the staircase. And I have not actually figured out a way to leave this place normally. There must be a way, I think, but I'm not sure. So we'll have to explore this together. But first, let's look up IS-31. It was 31, wasn't it? Designation, Fella, so extremely dangerous. IS-31 is off-limits to all gate personnel, unless accompanied by tactical TR teams equipped in accordance with Manifest GCRF ISP 18A, including infrared and low-light observation equipment, or approved gatekeeper staff. Hydrophobic protective wear is encouraged, and pursuant to GISP provisions, all returning persons must submit to full-spectrum decontamination until due further notice. Oh, they made this a lot easier than last time. So I know there are buttons in this place to be pressed. Here is one of them. Let's look around and see if we can find any more. I'll assume they're as obvious as that button is now. That button used to be a little less pronounced, both in the amount it jutted out from the tile and its coloring. The creature that we're hearing walk around is hostile. and not confined to just the water. So we were ready this way. Can we leave? Oh, is that it? Oh, how about that? Is it just as easy as push the button and you walk out? Oh, that's disappointing. Although, I don't know where I am. I've never done that before, viewer. I've never pushed the button and walked out before. I've always pushed the button and then tried the staircase, which teleports you back to where you came from. So you just saw the achievement. This is the first time I actually made it out of that zone. That's not so bad. But where does this go? Do I have a buff also from that portal world? Crystal lens. You see beyond the illusions. Huh. I wonder what that does for us. Oh. There's another symbol on us. That yellow symbol usually is a bad... Yellow is usually bad. Blue is usually good in these games. Okay, well, viewer, I need another table, so we're gonna go back to the furniture store briefly. Oh yes, it's not really that dangerous any longer. That's creepy, but these are all the corpses of the zombies we killed earlier. Zombies are already corpses, Tim. You guys know what I mean. Whoa, friend! Don't do that. Okay. So I want a table from here. That one's probably good, actually. Can we get this one? Okay, that's the only thing I really wanted. I'm gonna, not press them now, Tim. Just remember where that one is. And there's a second down here. They're both together. They're both near this. Let's go upstairs first. You can package and move the red chair, by the way. And when I had first gone into that realm, I was not the first person to do so amongst the people I was playing with. My brother Joe is always the one who wants to leap into things for the first time and see what it's all about. So when he discovered that that was actually something dangerous, he decided that he would totally go into it and investigate what made it so dangerous. And I think he teleported out with his personal teleporter when what had happened to him, which is to say that the creature began to attack him at some point. Salt rocks. Pocket watches. I do like the gifts that are here. To my knowledge, every gift in this facility leaves the same thing. It is not randomly generated. So the one we passed earlier that has the hat, Or I saw the hat. Let's go back there and I'll show you, I guess. It's right around the corner here. This one always drops the same commander's cap. Yep, there it is again. Always. 100% of the time. Do you want any more carpets, Tim? We're here. We'll take a rug. Another rug. Ooh, he spawned behind the door. Okay, well, thankfully, he wasn't able to get us. Alright, we want to go downstairs next. It's far better to do this area before they've spawned. Oh, that was the grab that could kill us. Thankfully, he did not hit us with that. You don't want to fight a huge line of zombies coming down the stairs by making this the last area that you walk into. There's always two. There it is, in the basement. Yeah, this is what you don't want to have to really worry about. Okay, it's too difficult to take that pink backpack. You can stay there. That's a Santa hat. Ooh! Forget it! It's not worth it. We could have died right there. I don't care about Santa hat as much as like you're getting out of here. It's not like we're playing SteamWorld Heist again. Okay. So let's head back home again. Another boss I liked, and I think I talked about this game earlier, a few videos ago, was the end boss from a Medieval. That thing was tearing holes in reality and throwing them at us. It was so cool to fight that gigantic void monster. What a great boss that was. I feel like I was way too harsh on that game, because I really liked it, but I gave it a lowerish score compared to what I think it deserves in retrospect now. Where's this going? Oh, you know what? Oh, I already have this table. Oh, that makes that awkward. So we don't want to put it here. That's too many of the same table. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to move these to some other location. I guess we'll put them over here instead. I will paint them later, which will help me figure out which one goes where. Shoreline, and where's the outskirts one? Is this it? That's it. Okay, let's make some more of those stands for our other weapons. Yep, no talking. I'm sorry. Other bosses, Tim. What'd you like about that boss from Medieval? The look of it, the way its attacks worked, was it swung into the air and created these awesome looking wave attacks to have it against you. The running around the entire arena to dodge them to get to other to avoid it and be able to hit it in different spots. It was great. I loved that fight. I thought they did a fantastic job on that one. I mentioned a game called Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I remember some of the bosses in that game that I really liked. Two of them in particular. Baal, the Lord of Flies fight, I liked. The hanging corpses was good, and there was this weird ball of corpses in the dungeons in that game, I think is where it was, that I also really liked. It was one of the more difficult fights at the time I was able to reach it. I don't remember what it was called, but you had to hack away at all the corpses in this gigantic floating ball of them. And as you did so, it would reveal this strange tentacle with this, like, eye or something in it that would shoot beams of energy at you as you began to reveal them. It was a pretty cool fight. The music there, I like the music to that battle also. Alright, we're putting some things in pretty pretend. Guess I'll just put some carpets there at the moment. Cold Mountains. I took this because I would like this to be near our freezer. It's a little high up for it. Oh, I'm not allowed to put it. Not allowed to put it there, huh? That's upsetting. Oh, we could put it there. What am I hiding? Oh, no, shouldn't go there. Okay, then you will go up here after all. We can break down salt scraps for salt. Sorry, salt mounds for salt, and coal for carbon. Can we break down the candy canes? I don't think we can. Yeah, they're not broken down to anything. I don't think they're actually using any recipes either. But I suppose since I brought a few back, we'll keep them. Oh, I have a few already. Okay, how we looking? A little thirsty. Okay, we need everything taken care of just a little bit. So I guess we'll have one of those candy canes. And then, viewer, we have the arcade machine over there that we have not yet investigated. So I guess we'll do that. Yeah, let's get something to drink first. We turn that on, Tim. You don't want all your defenses being destroyed. Okay, so yes, let's go over there. Let's see what the arcade machine is all about. I have never interacted with this, so this is going to be blind. I have no clue what this does. Maybe it's an actual video game, like a game in a game, like the old Commodore 64 Lazy Jones video game, or like a WarioWare thing, where like it's a mini game in the game. So let's find out. I'm guessing we can't package it, or I would add it to my the arcade games I currently have. And then after this, we'll come back. We'll do a little bit of maintenance on the base to get things in chests onto the table, and then I think we'll be good for this episode. I'm guessing you guys won't mind if I do other fishing and stuff like that off screen, rather than have you guys watch me do it here, as I currently am. This is the, right, so this is the belief virus in there. You figured then they wouldn't label it. Like, they shouldn't put this here if they want people believing there's nothing wrong with it. Crucius means kind of dangerous. I like that it's like coming out of some sort of portal on the ground, or that's corruption being emitted from it.
This is Dr. Derek Mance. Despite the obvious risks, IS-083 has become a regular lunchtime haunt for several staff members. They call it research, and in a facility such as this, there needs to be some lenience, I suppose. So long as no one forgets to close the door.
IS-83? Good, IS-83 is to be kept unpowered under Crucius containment protocols, except when being directly studied by yellow tier clearance staff and above. Subject is only to be activated by trans recon operatives fully trained in psycho-excursive protocols. There's a pretty cool arcade rug here. I feel like it would be stealing for us to take it though, so it will stay here. We can't package it. Copyright 1982 by Lycocoff. Well, viewer, let's try it. Oh no. Maybe we don't do it? I mean, I think we do so, even if we die. So, although, we have plenty of repair kits. Who cares, Tim? Do it. I was not expecting a cold zone, though. Oh my god, I know what this is. Space Queen? You escaped the painted planet. Oh, you're not Space Queen, Maxine. You don't look as fast, either. Well, anyway, welcome to the Royal Range. I'm afraid you're in trouble. Our home is... Excuse me, I feel strange. Everything's changed here. Once was full of joy and laughter. Then something terrible happened. The Lamagali got stuck somehow, and now they're unbearable. They hurt my friends. If you want to reach the orbiting oracle, you have to find a way past them. You need 7 crowns to open the way to Mighty Moon. But the royal crowns they're sick. It was never like this before. I don't know what's happening. Oh, that doesn't sound very... It sounds like you wanted to say some things and said something different instead. This is like a Mario World game, isn't it? This... I think? Maybe? It's like collecting the stars. Okay, I thought this was like a slide we go down. Getting closer to orbiting oracle, but something's wrong with the royal crowns. They're sick. I actually didn't bring anything with me for the... I didn't think this was a portal world. The Lamogi are pretty hardy, but a bop on the head of their head might take care of that. So this is, yeah, this is like a Mario game. Can we jump on top of them? Is that how this works? It's like Super Mario. Oh, what do we get for this?
I'm a little exothermic.
Oh, okay, we get something to keep us warm. We get black gunk. We can double jump? We can! That's a happy accident. Anything secret up here? We can't look into these. This is awesome! A snowball. Take a snowball. 3 snowballs. Your typical ball of packed ice and snow. Send it flying through the air with a hefty throw. Oh, I thought there was something being attacked. We were being attacked by something. We were not. Okay, let's see. You know we're gonna do this. Oh wow, he looks really mad. Okay, snowballs are not used to actually fight them. I'm guessing these fall as we go onto each one of them. And we have to leap off that to get that coin. Or the crown. How on earth did we get to that one? Oh, wow, that's a high jump. Thankfully, we don't take any damage from falling there. Royal coin. Man, I wonder what Super Mario would have been like had you been able to play it. Not multiplayer. Oh, wait! Those are the crowns. These are coins. Okay, so coins are not crowns. I thought they were. I mean, they're not. Obviously, they're not. But I thought by crowns they meant, like, golden crowns. Not making much sense, am I? I guess we go this way. It's everywhere else is death. Oh, that's not a very... It's not as much a high jump as I thought it was going to be. Oh! Okay, oh, thank God. Okay, we don't take damage when we fall. Or at least it's greatly reduced damage. I don't know if I can make that jump very easily. We're gonna have to do it this way. Oh, I want a snowball. There's already no reason for this. I wonder what the coins are used for. Acquired from IS-83, this coin comes with as many questions about material makeup as there are around space penguins within the economy. Yes! I would agree with that statement, yes. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Oh! Okay, we take damage from that. Ugh. Oh, we're also on ice. And viewer, I can't stay for much longer because my friend Chris is coming over tonight, and I only wanted to be able to do it like 3 days. So was going to be it. No penguins allowed by order of Bigongi, the biggest, coolest Lamborghini, and this royal crown is mine. That's where we go. Maybe. Can we jump on his head, I wonder? Oh, we can double jump. We can jump one more time at least from these. IS-83-H we've unlocked. Oh! A snowman attire. Okay, that's interesting. But how do I get up there? We have to go all the way up there. Right, that doesn't give us enough height. Let's try bouncing on his head. Uh-oh. Is it 3 times total? Ha! 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 Oh! This is kind of a shame because I do need to go. I would love to otherwise see the rest of this. So this is kind of cool. I love this idea. This is so awesome. A Super Mario Brothers Super Mario World game. But in 3D. With, of course, unique enemies. Like, these are not Goombas. These are... whatever they were. This is pretty awesome. And we will break our rule, I suppose, at this moment, to go back home. Since I do not have time to stay. I didn't think this was... So I did not think this is what this would do. I thought we would be, like, teleported to some sort of, like, space flight game. An arcade simulator like Galactica or something of the sort. So hopefully you forgive me for this one time breaking our house rule. I would normally not have done so though. I would have actually planned for more time.
Working hard or hard?
Well, we'll hold on to the snowballs, I guess. Actually, we can probably put the snowballs in here. I don't think we probably need them for anything, but... I don't know what to do with the other things, though. I guess we'll put them over here. Black gunk came from the creature we killed, so I guess we put that into creature bits. And then that will do it. We'll take care of our needs and call it quits. Thank you guys for watching. We'll have to dedicate an episode to actually trying to solve... well, maybe. We'll dedicate an episode to actually solving that particular world. We still have so much stuff to do, viewer. I have so much stuff to do. This is one of the reasons why I want to record this game. To show, like... Look, it's an early access game. But there's so much content to this game. And it's well done. It's a really well done game. It's a lot of fun. Not perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be great. Even very good. And this game is definitely amazing. I consider this a great game. Yeah, I can't think of any... Well, there's a... Who cares? Let's shut up, Tim, before you ruin it. Alright, guys. So thank you all for watching. And maybe I will see you all in the next one. I figure out what I'm going to eat. Yeah, alright guys, so once again, take care, and I will see you in the next one.